Hey guys, welcome back to the Hes Project. I'm John Ordalaza, and I just got done watching Godzilla vs. Kong on HBO Max. It just hit today. Let's talk about it. You know, I wasn't thinking about doing two videos, a non-spoiler and then a spoiler review, but after watching it, I can't just not talk about spoilers. And I can't just talk about spoilers because I want people to come in and hear my thoughts about the movie without having it spoiled for them if you are hesitant about the movie. So this right here is going to be a non-spoiler review. I will have a spoiler review up very soon after this one, but no spoilers here. You guys are safe. I really like this movie. I really did. It is a lot better than Godzilla, both of them, and the Kong film. I think it shuns them all and says, this is how you do it. This is how you do monster flicks. Proper monster flicks, and I think they did a really good job with it. One thing to point out, it is slightly shorter, so that was good. That was one thing that I kind of hoped that this movie would have, a shorter runtime, because the other ones I feel like they're not super long, but I feel like they go a little bit longer than they should. Godzilla vs. Kong is 1 hour and 53 minutes, and of course you had to subtract the 7 minutes or so for credits. So really, this is under an hour and 50-minute movie, and that's good. That's good. There was a lot of negatives that I had with all three of those films that led up to this one that are just not present here. Not all of the negatives are gone, though. There's still a human aspect of the film that I'm just not into. It's unfortunate, but Millie Bobby Brown's character returns from King of the Monsters, as well as a new character you're introduced to, who's an ex-employee of a new organization we're introduced to in this movie, and the actor who plays Fire Fist in Deadpool 2. I don't know his name, and I think that was the only thing I've ever seen him in. That and Hunt for the Wilder People. So he's in here. He's a very funny child actor. I do appreciate him. And you get him, Millie Bobby Brown, this new guy, all doing their thing that I just felt was unnecessary. It just didn't mesh well with anything. However, we're introduced to more humans in this movie. One of them is played by Rebecca Hall, who I know her from Iron Man 3, and she's really good in this movie. And surprisingly, everyone, all the new characters that they introduced in this film surrounding her plot, not the other three I just mentioned, but her plot, is actually interesting. And it's more tied to Godzilla and Kong, more Kong than anything. It's more tied to the main story of these two behemoths going at it than the other story is. Yeah, it was nice, they were setting things up, but I figured if you cut that stuff out, you could have brought this movie down to a nice hour and a half, hour and 20-minute movie, and it still would have hit all the major beats that I wanted it to hit. The action in this movie is insane. You do get Godzilla vs. Kong in here, a big old overgrown reptile versus a giant-ass monkey just going at it. That is all in this movie. There is no hiding it. They did hide quite a bit in the trailers, not gonna lie. There is a surprisingly interesting story to Kong in this film that I just didn't expect. I've never seen Kong or the character of King Kong in this light before, and it's very interesting. And I really did appreciate the detail and just the route that they decided to go in this story. It was just very unexpected, and it was a welcoming surprise for me. That element of the story I'm talking about, this new light of Kong that I've never really seen before, was driven by these new characters, by the character of Rebecca Hall and her group. Like, they really drove this narrative that I really liked and I really appreciated. So I found myself much more attentive to the screen than I was watching the other two Godzilla films or the Kong film. They actually kept me invested. I wasn't sitting there twiddling my thumbs like, all right, where's the ape? Where's the lizard? I was patient. I was willing to watch these humans take me through this narrative as far as they could so they could bring us to these epic action scenes with Godzilla and Kong in a Hong Kong, China city. Very vibrant and neon lights all over the place. It looked incredible. The scope of all these action scenes was very reminiscent to me of Guillermo del Toro's Pacific Rim. Like, all of the city just felt kind of small compared to the big Jaeger machines and the kaiju monsters. Like, it was done very well in that movie, and I think they did a really good job kind of replicating that style and that look, that aesthetic in here with Godzilla and Kong. To see it done right, I thought it was incredible. It looked fantastic. The colors popped when they needed to. It wasn't nowhere near as bleak as the first Godzilla film. It wasn't super green and orangey like the Kong film. Like, it was all balanced. I love the colors in this film. They're very vibrant and very well done. Gotta throw it out there. Tom Hulkenberg, aka Junkie XL, composed the score for this. Not the most mind-blowing soundtrack I've ever heard, but I really do appreciate Junkie XL's sound. He has something that really no one else has these days, and I do appreciate it. His music and his soundtrack really does carry the action scenes for me, and I really do like it. I like his little tune he gave for Kong and his tune for Godzilla. Just really epic. I kind of want to talk about spoilers a little bit, so I'm gonna dip. Let me know down below if you've seen Godzilla vs. Kong. I highly recommend it. It's less than 2 hours. It's a fun fest of just total non-stop action. Yeah, TNA. Who did you predict to win? Let me know down below. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and stick around because I'm going to be doing a spoiler review for this film. There's just so much epicness I need to talk about and spew out to you guys. And I'm also doing reviews for The Falcon and the Winter Soldier every week, so you might want to stick around because there's always more to come.